What's up, yo? Big Bear Joe. Welcome to the show. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted, but I don't know if you know this or not, but the world's burning to the ground right now. Where we at today? An oddly named place here in central Arkansas. Toadsuck Ferry Lock and Dam. Now this is a park, Corps of Engineers Park, that sits a few miles west of Conway in central Arkansas. About 35 miles northwest of Little Rock. Sits right on the Arkansas River. Part of it's on the east bank of the Arkansas River and part of it's on the west. The lock and dam itself sits on the east side. Well, the dam's underneath the bridge, but the lock itself sits on the east side. On the west side is the main park. It's been here for a while. It's, of course, an oddly named place, so it's been featured in a lot of travel magazines and travel shows. So. See, I told you this was a real place. I wasn't making this up. As you can see right here, this is the bridge that connects both sides of the park. And you can see the lock right there. Now I'm on the east bank. It's, like I said, it's in Faulkner County, just outside of Conway, about 3 or 4 miles. This side has a little bit of a part, but mainly consists of the lock here and the actual working parts of the dam itself. Now, I had originally thought I'd show you the west side of the park on the west bank of the Arkansas River, which is the main part. But because of COVID, it being a Corps of Engineers park, it's closed down. Just close your eyes and imagine any park you've ever seen in your life, and that's it. It's also the area where they used to hold the festival, Toadsuck Days. That's right. First class in Arkansas, Toadsuck Days. But it's shut down now this year too because of COVID. It's not held out here anymore anyways. It's held downtown, but still shut down, so. COVID, shutting everything down. I don't know why I'm even showing this video for. Except to look at my good looking face. Now the interesting thing about this place, other than its name, is the origins. Before the bridge was here, of course there was a ferry, hence the name. And this was one of the main stops for the Butterfield Stagecoach Company. It ran west from Memphis and south down through northwest Arkansas, and both locations met up in Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is right on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border in west Arkansas. You may know Fort Smith from the movie True Grit. It's the location that the main character, Maddie, finds Rooster Cogburn to go after the men that killed her father. But that's for a future video. As you can see, the Butterfield, it's called the Oxbow route because it kind of circled down there through Texas and ran across the United States and Mexico border and come up through Southern California up to San Francisco. It was mainly there for people going to the West Coast for the gold rush and taking mail and stuff out there. The Butterfield Stagecoach Company was used pretty prominently in the 1950s Western 310 to Yuma with Glenn Ford, the original version. If you know anything about Quentin Tarantino, he's a big history movie buff, so he also used the Butterfield Stagecoach Company as an homage to the Western 310 to Yuma in his movie, The Hateful Eight. Now, the origins of the name, there's 3 different stories where the name comes from. The first story, which is the most prominent one told around here, is, to me, probably the most unbelievable, but because of this location being the main stop on the ferry, or on the stagecoach and right on the Arkansas River, used to be taverns down here, and the local church women would tell their husbands and other ones not to go down there and suck on those bottles like toads. So they shortened it to Toadsuck, the area they referred to it. Basically, you know, the bad area of the county. Now, that's just a story that's prominently told around here, just because I think it's colorful, and it's just kind of stuck. Second story comes from the word, or actually from the phrase, totus suave. That's right, suave, as in Rico. It's a French term, and in French it translates into sweet water, which kind of makes sense because the Arkansas River connects to the Mississippi, which of course goes down to New Orleans and over to the Caribbean, and the sweet water refer to the rum. So it's just kind of a English translation of totus suave. So, and of course this area has got a lot of French influence, because some people don't know, but eastern Arkansas is the starting point for where the Louisiana Purchase was actually surveyed, and that's for another video. Now the last story is, to me, the most believable. A suck actually is a geographical term. It means a safe, like eddy, an area that a boat can tie up and be safe. It's like a little bay area. And the reason, to me, this makes the most sense is because there's actually been older maps on the Arkansas River found of places called Bear Suck, Cow Suck, etc. So it makes sense, just being a geographical name. So boat captains would know, hey, this is a safe place to tie up. And this being right where the ferry come across and where the stagecoach come through and stuff, it just makes sense to be that kind of a geographical name. Like I said, there's 3 stories. They all interesting, but I'm going with number 3. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little something. I know these videos aren't very long, but you have to bear with me. I'm just starting this and kind of just learning, trying to figure out what I can do. And I didn't really talk about it in the first video, but the whole reason I started this channel was the fact that I've got some health issues. Had an accident in 2012 that left me what they call legally blind. So my ability to get around to places is a little challenging. I've also got some spine conditions that have been going on for about 15 years that make things a little challenging. But I just want to do this channel so that people can understand you can still get out and do some fun, learn some things, get a little exercise. I'm just trying to do what I can do, you know. Try not to be all huddled up, feeling sorry for myself. So, anyways, I promise the future videos may be a little bit longer, a little bit more interesting, but hopefully you like this one. Give it a little thumbs up. So, time for the bear to den up. See y'all. Toad Suck Ferry Lock and Dam. # Arkansas. That's right, I said hashtag out loud. It's like air quotes.